Please stand for the pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please be seated for a moment of silence.
Stay tuned, Coyotes, as we discover how golf did this past weekend.
Why this weekend is very important for our sports teams.
And of course, we can't forget about club meetings and announcements.
And lastly, find out how you can receive those colorful cords for graduation. I'm Brianna Flores.
And I'm Amrita Sundaration.
And you're watching Coyote Nation TV Live. Rise and shine, Coyotes.
Whoa, Brianna, stop. You have way too much pep for me to handle right now.
Amrita, if you can't handle my pep, then get out of here.
Dang, attitude. You can do the show up by yourself.
Whoa. I really need you to be here with me to announce sport announcements. Woo!
I wanna really want to talk about some sports.
Yes, that's the spirit, Amrita. By the way, guys, that was a Spice Girl reference if you did not get that. But, Amrita, do you want to start off by announcing how our golf team did this weekend?
Yeah, all right. Well, our golf teams competed last weekend in the Fall Frisco Cup at Frisco Lakes Golf Club.
Yes, and boys finished 8th with Kaysen Wright's two-day total of 161.
And Nick Cush shot his best of 84.
Matthew Artrip, Seema Oname, and Cody Clary also helped in getting a team in 8th place.
And of course, we can't forget about our girls who also set the Heritage Team Tournament scoring record.
Whoop! They also had a three-player shoot their personal best with Kashir Jalakam's score of 74.
Corinne McKinney at 84 and Elena DeVore at 94.
Their girls ended the weekend with 182, set by Lainey Terrell.
Now, it wasn't just golf that accomplished things, cross country did as well.
Oh yeah, you reminded me. Guys, please congratulate Josiah Asmaram and Alyssa Duhart on their state cross country performances this last weekend.
Josiah, on his very first trip to the state championships, finished 40th.
And Alyssa, on her third trip to state, finished 44th. Good luck, guys, on your upcoming track season.
Since we are on the topic of sports, let's jump in right into some upcoming games.
And starting off with basketball. Our girls' varsity basketball team will be playing at the FISD Tip-Off Classic here from tomorrow to Saturday. It's like a 3-day tournament.
Oh, dang. Another team that will also be playing tomorrow is football, since the season is sadly coming to an end.
Oh.
Anyway, 9th grade white and maroon football will be playing Centennial here.
With white at 5:30 p.m. and maroon at 7 o'clock p.m.
And we can't forget about JV Gold football, who will also be playing Centennial as well, but they're at 5:30 p.m.
Amrita, what was that saying you were talking to me about like 2 days ago?
Oh yeah, it was Coyotes, don't forget to throw your yotes.
I'm dead. But if you're planning to go support your Coyotes,
like I just did,
then you should plan to check out the Coyote Corner and get this snazzy gear.
Brianna, I think the whole school and I really think you should bring it down a notch, but that's some pretty sweet gear, to be honest.
Says you, but I mean, I know, right? You know what can't bring it down? Look at the sparkly t-shirt, like, looks great.
You know what else is not gonna bring it down?
The Battle of the Books Club.
Exactly. The Battle of the Books Club will be meeting today after school in the library.
And y'all, this is an actual battle between other high schools.
Competing against high schools is pretty cool. And I hear the orchestra also competes with other schools too.
They do. But speaking of orchestra, our orchestra members will be performing at 1 o'clock p.m. today at the Allen Performing Arts Center, so be sure to wish them good luck.
Actually, since we're on the topic of today, Jack Johnston's and Zane Richmond's Student Art Showcase will be held in the library starting today till November 30th.
Also happening will be the BC2M meeting, which will be happening after school today.
Y'all already know what this club is about since we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
And they'll be meeting in room C204 at 4:20 p.m.
Nice. And UNICEF is another club that will be meeting as well.
But tomorrow before and after school in the lecture hall.
Remember, guys, that this is a very important meeting. So please, go.
Brianna, this is a lot to take in right now, especially with all my classes and everything.
It's okay, Amrita, but that's why we have the Ghost Center, which will be open tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. in room B118.
Sounds awesome, and even though I'm just a sophomore, I would love to get a head start on my college search and applications.
Me too, but I'm a junior. So. But speaking of the future, when I graduate, I really hope I get those cords around my neck when I walk to get my diploma.
Me too, but do you even know what each color cord represents?
I mean, I know the red one is like when you give out blood, but there's so many different colors, and I don't know what they mean.
Luckily, I have the information because graduation cords are a great way to achieve your goals through a club.
Nice! And CNTV's Amrita's Generation has more on how you could earn those cords by yourself.
The National Art Honor Society, also known as NAHS, Health Occupation Students of America, known as HOSA, and the Marketing Association of Students, also known as DECA, are just a few clubs at our school that offer graduation cords to students.
So the purpose of the cord is simply to show that the student has been a 4-year participant in HOSA and that they have participated to the maximum extent possible.
Every club cord has value and meaning to each student that earns it.
I want to be able to look back at something and see what I've achieved over the 4 years.
I wanted something to show that I put a lot of effort into a club.
Most students are very motivated to earn the HOSA cord, and every year we have more and more students that participate.
Graduation cords are also a great way to show how students have attained their goals through a club.
Many students want to earn their HOSA graduation cord because they do want to put it on their college applications.
There are many ways to earn a cord for yourself.
One of the ways is you are in the club for 2 years, and then there's one of the other ways to earn it is that if you're in competition, you can do things such as earn enough points while being in the club. So if you're a member and you're in you're in competition, the more you compete and the higher you get, the more points you earn.
The HOSA cord requires 50 hours of dedicated service to HOSA throughout the year.
Basically, if you're in the club itself, when you're graduating, you can pay for it and you can get the cord. So that's how I'm getting it this year.
If you want to get a cord for yourself, then check out the various opportunities available at our school clubs. I'm Amrita Sundaration for Coyote Nation TV.
Dang, now I really got to plan ahead so I could actually get some.
True, and speaking of planning ahead, here are a couple announcements that you might want to remember.
True. And speaking of that, next Tuesday, November 14th, is the French Club meeting, and they'll be meeting after school at 4:20 in room B219.
Lastly, we have a new club meeting as well, and they're called the Innovators Club. This club focuses on issues in our everyday lives and their solutions.
Yes, and this new club will be having an informational meeting next Thursday, November 16th, after school in room C212.
So be sure to check it out.
Well, with that being said, that's all we have for you today, Coyotes.
And if you weren't listening to a single thing we said, check our Twitter at Coyote Nation TV for reminders on these club meetings.
Still check us out if you were paying attention.
And also check us out on packpage.org.
If you want to see some actual good story content.
I'm A. Dizzle.
She's Amrita Sundaration.
Fine, and she's Brianna Flores.
And you stay classy, Coyotes.